Welcome back to Journey to the Parliament, where we were talking about the Parliament of World Religions, our journey through the years that have gone to, and in becoming back to Chicago, August 14th through the 18th, 2023, at the McCormick Center. It's going to be an amazing time. And Call to Conscience, Defending Freedom and Human Rights is the theme this year, but we were talking to individuals such as the Reverend Sir Chad Blackman, who attended Parliament back in 2018 in Toronto, and we're going to talk to him about his experience. Hi, Chad. How you doing?
Good, good. Thanks for having me, Ed.
So we were talking about you came in 2018 to Toronto. Well, can you talk a little bit about your experience even before you arrived to Toronto? You had an experience with the Parliament in the sense of
Yeah, through my wife, she had been to the one in Salt Lake City in 2015, and when she came back, she was just Parliament this, Parliament that, a bag full of pamphlets and information. I'm going, wow, I've been to venues over the years and work and stuff like that, and you're used to them being cut and dry. But it piqued my interest. So when everybody said, including my wife, said, go to 2018 in Toronto. Wow, that's a hell of a trip. I've never been in Canada. So we went, and eye-opening is the least I can say. I'm expecting a record venue with discussion panels and you know displays and stuff like this. Granted, this had that. 2018, needs to say, was nothing like I'd ever been to before, Ed. You've got not just thousands of people at it. You've got people from every walk of life around the world, different faiths, and they're sharing, they're listening. I expected something just very boring. To be honest with you, boring. Most of them are boring. This was not. I learned a lot. I had all my fellow Correllians with me, a lot of pagans there. Not enough, but quite a bit. And the whole time we were there, we were having a good time, from everything from secular fire to the indigenous people in Canada telling us stories and showing us rituals, sitting in panels with pagans and Christians alike discussing world problems. Something I would never expect. You get this whole mindset of it's us against them, and it was nothing like that. I don't even. If you have not been, go at least one time. At least one time. I'm going back again this next time, fully ready, to represent. And I just have not enough words to describe how great it was. I appreciate everybody that had me go with you guys. I enjoyed it.
Can you talk a little bit about the work after the Parliament? Because you've been very active since 2018, and you participated to a certain degree in 2021, the virtual
Yeah.
one. And can you talk a little bit about your journey since then? Because you mentioned earlier off camera that you were still fairly new in this spirituality versus changing from an older spirituality, which you've always had, to
Yeah.
upgrading it, to improving it, to making it better for your life.
Yeah, I think that, going at least from 2018 to 21, and that's not including today, it opened me up to the fact that whereas a solitary practice back in my time, very limited groups, very limited exposure seemed to be the norm, I began to suddenly realize that I could work more and grow more by being in the community. That's what it showed me, and even today, I always push myself that boundary to go further. And that's one of the things it taught me there, is that you didn't have to be limited. Nobody was limiting anybody else. Um, it certainly has changed from my thought process, and listening to some of that. And the thing is, you go the first time, you don't get everything. You're overwhelmed, but it's worth the experience, because then you fast forward to 2021, I was able to select out a few things and listen to them with the limited time I had. And this time, we're going full bore for all days, hitting everything we can, talking to people, because it's a learning experience. We can learn from each other, even people clear across the world who come there. How many groups did we have there? Do you remember? We had tons. The CISC. I think we might have had some Islamic people there. I'm not sure.
The last Parliament in 2018, we had 183 different countries representing over 200 different religions and denominations.
And that's what got me. And they were all personable. That's the thing about most things you go to, they're not very personal. It's a product, whatever, pushed on you. You know this. But this was more personable. If you were learning about something from another culture, they want to know about you. And for somebody asked me about my faith and my path, just blew my mind. I didn't have a lot of answers. This year I'll have some answers. I'll have a lot of answers, good answers.
And well, I guess you're going to be part of. Hopefully, we'll have a press corps there, and you'll probably be one of the leaders of the press corps.
I will be there with camera, microphones, the whole 9 yards.
No, absolutely, and we've been doing that a lot. Can you talk a little bit about the efforts of being where you want to be when the Parliament hits? It'll be a little more than a year from this broadcast.
Where I want to be, I don't know. Personally, I'm working on some studies, and I've finished those, and I'm taking my third degree. And, hopefully, I can represent my tradition in a good manner, and maybe lead some rituals and lead. You know, we have a new product, Pagan World and Pagan World TV, that I'm hoping to lead that in the Parliament and really be able to put us out there, even in a live venue. So be looking for that. I mean, one of the things you definitely, if you folks are not going, you don't know what you're missing, but we will definitely be live from that venue. And I will be one of the ones there bringing it to you. You will be hitting some of these people. You're going to wet your taste buds a little bit.
And that builds on our history of it. We were there in 2009. We were there in 1999 doing films. And if you ever look at Magic TV, and we'll be showing more of that on Pagan World as we come along. And that's a great project. I'm really pumped about it. It's like one of the most exciting projects I've been involved with. My second lifetime project, as I said, I'm excited about it.
Well, we're getting out there, and that's what we need to do. We need to get and make our faces known.
Absolutely.
Parliament taught us. Parliament taught us to get our faces out there.
And equally so, you're part of the you're part of the team that's raising money to get representation. Why do you think we need representation in this next process?
Because we're a part of the world too. I mean, you know, we don't have to always be involved in everything in the world, but we have to live in it. And if we live in it, we're going to have some representation. And we got major world leaders in this. People don't think that. We got these discussion panels going on about world events. We need to make our voices heard. The more of us go that represent, it's not that they don't already take us seriously. It just gives more clout to it. Okay, these guys are here. They're here to say, we see you now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what they're looking for. If we give them that they see we're serious to get involved and work with them, what does it hurt? It's not hurting anybody. We need to be seen and heard. They want us to be seen and heard. I mean, we have Phyllis Karad in there. She's been there how many years, Ed?
She's like myself, she's an original member.
Exactly. You've been there since what, 93?
93. This is going to be, yeah.
I mean, you know, you guys have built the foundation for us. To me, it just makes sense that we can step in and keep doing the work that you guys have already started. Because there'll come a day when you say, okay, young man, young woman, it's your turn to step up and take my place. If we don't start building that now, when will we? And we have so many great young people out there that they need to go. They need to represent. It's important. This is our world. This is what we make of it. You know, otherwise we're sitting on the sidelines, right? No. We don't want to sit on the sidelines. We want to make something good. Have a voice. That's my thought.
Correllian.com if you want to participate. There's a lot of different ways to participate. Attendance, we're going to be looking out there. So you're going to be in Chicago in a couple of weeks at Pagan Pride.
Yeah, and I'm going to go and majorly play this up. That is going to be the heartland. That's going to be ground zero for everything. And the Chicagoans, it wouldn't seem like I would have to hit them up, but you know, still doesn't hurt. Plus going live from there, come on.
And it's very interesting because a lot of things we've done started in Chicago because that's what my hometown is. And I'm very proud that the hometown has come back. So one last question. You've done this. I noticed that you have your Correllian Witch School t-shirt. Polo is very nice. You've been working very hard along the IT lines and things of that nature. So my last question to you, beyond just what you do for the tradition and do for yourself and do for that, right? Where do you see yourself, and where you would like to see yourself as we go into the parliament and as we come out of the parliament? What would you like to see for people around you? Where would you like to see yourself be? Because you're already emerging as a fantastic emerging leader.
I just really want to breed a culture of cooperation and leadership. I mean, it sounds pretty much canned, but it's the truth. I want to be able to teach people things I learn and pass them down because I want to keep this momentum going. I don't want it to die out. I want to, when we come out of Parliament, to be able to take these people and say, okay, let's share this, let's work on it, let's expand it, let's make it something larger than it is.
So if people want to contact you.
If people want to contact me, you can contact me on Facebook. I have Chad Blackman as my Facebook thing. You can also contact me, revchadcnt@gmail.com. I'm all over social media. If you look for Chad Blackman or Reverend Chad, you will find me everywhere.
Of course, on Pagan World as well.
Definitely on Pagan World.
Absolutely.
And that's only I'm just beginning on there. I got some videos going up here soon, and you're going to see a lot more of me. Some talk shows and stuff, just like the rest of the crowd has done. I'm going to be on there. As an old sage, talking to people and bringing out real world events. We got to discuss them. We got to have those discussions and start addressing them. Yeah. What it is. So,
absolutely. So, Correllian.com, join the effort. Join Chad. I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun. I think we're going to have a lot of fun out of Chicago. Join us there. And we'll be talking more to you as we may continue our journey to the Parliament. And thank you for being with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be back with even more Journey to the Parliament. If you have attended the Parliament and want to join us, contact us at paganworldtv@gmail.com.